Hello, everyone. We are back with episode number 3 of the New England OCR Expo Podcast. And today, I'm going to be speaking with the founder of BoldrDash, and she wears many other hats as well, Lynn Hall, who's actually on site at a fixed course for BoldrDash in Exeter, Rhode Island. So let's welcome Lynn. How we doing?
Hey, am I here? I'm here. Hello.
Uh-oh, you're here.
We have with us our SGX coach, Erica Jackson, and the lovely Luna.
Hello, Erica and Child.
Hello.
We removed your content. Sorry, we got bumped off of Instagram for some reason.
Well,
All
that's
right.
not very nice.
All right, whatever. We have the 5 other platforms. So, give us a little bit of background into you and your inspiration for creating BoldrDash.
So BoldrDash, the first BoldrDash was in 2011.
Yeah.
So we've been here for, I think, coming up on 13 years.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there. So basically, I was working at a local Y as one of the trainers there, and we had done pretty much everything that we could think of, triathlons, runs, pretty much everything that we could have thought of as groups. And someone came along and found this thing called Spartan Race that nobody knew what it was. And it was, I believe, either the first or the second at Barry, Mass. Not Barry.
Amesbury.
Amesbury, thank you. Amesbury, Mass.
Yeah.
So I took about 50 people and I sprayed them with water in my backyard, and I threw things at them, and I made them hang from things and crawl through things. And we trained for about 3-4 months. And then we went on a trek to Massachusetts and said, okay, let's go do this thing. We did. We loved it. And basically BoldrDash was born in the backseat of my van that day. Someone from the backseat yelled, "You should make one. I don't want to go back to Massachusetts."
You should make one because I don't want to drive back to Massachusetts.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We don't want to do it again. This is super fun, but we don't want to have to drive. So do it.
All right. So describe the process for getting it off the ground.
So the very first year, it was really just trying to find someplace who would be willing to do this with us. So I gave a call to Yagu Valley ski area, which is the only ski area in Rhode Island. And I say area because it's not a mountain. Mm-hmm. And they were willing to take a chance. So together we just sort of made this thing, and it went fantastic. Except for the people that ran an extra mile with a rock.
That first wave, I was in that first wave, but yeah. I just missed the cutoff.
Yeah. So we had a policeman out on the road who was explained what he was supposed to do. And this is the one and only time we ever did anything on the road. But we had a policeman out there who was supposed to turn them around at a certain point. And instead, he decided to turn his car around about halfway mile down further than what we had discussed. And all the runners followed him. So...
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, live and learn. But even with the bumps, it was just absolutely awesome. We had about 600 people that first time, and 90% of everything that came back was positive. We had things to learn. We learned from them, and here we are. We grew, we changed, we added things, we took away things. Our years have been full of fun and excitement, to say the least.
Yeah, so what other programs are you running out of there? Like, I know you got Doggy Dash. Like, what else you got going on?
Yeah, so we've done different things over the years. We've done Color Me Bold, which is obstacle course with colored powder, like a colored run. And we have a lot of people asking us to bring that back. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but we do have a lot of people who've been asking us to bring that one back. We have the regular obstacle course, where it's a 3 and a 4-mile course this year. It used to be a 5-mile course, but I'm getting really tired of clearing all the trails. So now it's a 4-mile course.
Love the honesty.
So it's a 3 and a 4 and a 7 combo run.
Steve said yes, bring it back.
I know that was his first race.
Yeah.
So what we've done in the past is we've done 1 or 2 waves of color, and I'm thinking about doing that in the fall, possibly. So, but anyway, so we've got the course at where we go at Canonicus. We do fundraising events for other people. We've got one coming up on April 6th. That's the Amazing Wish Race. which is a team-based event with puzzles and challenges and also obstacles, and it raises money for Amazing Wish Race. We've done, I think for about 6 years, we did Thrive Outside in the Mud, which was the mud race with the kids for an organization called Thrive Outside. Doggy Dash, my absolute favorite day of the year. Every year, it doesn't get better than that. That is obstacles for your dog and dogs for me to pet all day.
All day. All right, so you were part of the planning for the first 2 expos.
Yes.
So when Steve first approached you about joining that first one, what drew you into it?
Steve.
Say it again?
Steve.
Oh, Steve?
Steve drew me. And no, really, I mean, it's something that has never been done. It was something that is a great way to get people together off the course, which is really kind of cool. Everything that we do is on the course. So getting people together from all different styles of racing and race brands, getting that all together in one place off the course is really cool. I think it also allowed the different race brands the ability and the comfortability to be in the same room together and enjoy what each other has and to be able to applaud what each other has, which was really a very cool concept.
Love it. Yeah, same as, I was the MC for the first 2, and I remember going through the planning process, and, we were kind of unsure what to expect, but it was a really, really great day. And then last year's was even better.
Yeah.
So yeah. What are your expectations for this year?
A lot of sweat. Bringing in the DECA and the 100 meter, I keep calling it the 100 mile, bringing in the 100-meter course and the DECA event, I think are brilliant. They are great ways of, again, bringing different things together. A lot of people are not just OCR. A lot of people are ninja and OCR or just gym and OCR. So this is sort of allowing all of that, again, to come together in the same place with no expectation of fear of being together. It's just cool. And that's okay. We're not going to go over there. So for OCR people out there, when you come out and inspect your course, sometimes you find things like this. Can you see that?
No, what is that?
That is a really big puddle.
Ah, okay.
Now
I see it.
Very far.
Jeez.
So, yeah, we're going to go the other way.
Can you talk a little deeper into what DECA is?
So I have never done a DECA. However, Miss Erica has.
I just did my first DECA.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so can you describe the experience just for the people that don't know what it is?
Oh, man. The experience was awesome. Like, I'm doing the one at the expo myself just because I had so much fun the first time around.
Nice.
There's 10 stations of workouts that you have to do for time. Excuse me. And you just basically get through it as fast as you can. Like, they stick the row machine in there. They got the ski erg in there. They got the assault bike and the tank and I did the rucking division, so I ended up wearing a 20-pound pack on my back. But people don't have that crazy. Yeah, and it was all last minute. I loved it. So I'm going to be doing another one. I'm actually training for this one, so hopefully I'll be doing better this time around.
I love I'm actually training for this one. So for anyone listening now,
the night before, so.
Oh, okay. So if you're listening now and if you've done a DECA event, just put your experience with it in the comment section, because we are going to have a DECA Strong event at the expo, and so obviously we want to see that event going strongly as well. And as Lynn mentioned, the 100. See, you almost made me say mile now. The 100-meter course, which will be part of the 2028 Olympics, if I'm not mistaken. So having that trial course is going to be there. And Steve just said Coach Erica will be giving free OCR clinics at the expo as well.
Yes, I'm going to be doing rope climb and walls. See
nice.
If anybody has difficulties with either of those, I'm going to be helping you guys and showing you guys a few tricks.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I got some wall experience too. If I can put my 2 cents in every now and then.
There you go.
I'm the man with the mic. I got to give some knowledge.
Yeah.
Just so. So Steve was here today, actually working out. Steve and Dawn, and said that they went up to Ultimate Obstacles last weekend, and that we're gonna have a lot of fun. So for those people out there, if you're obstacle enthusiasts, I mean, just coming to put it in perspective, this event's only $30. I just spent $30 to take my kids go-karting for 8 minutes. I spent $30 for 8 minutes. This is gonna get you $30 plus a free Spartan race, and you get an entire afternoon of fun and hanging out with good people. So can you speak to a little bit more of your direct expo experience?
Yeah, so the 2 times that we went, the thing that I thought was great is that each area or each vendor, whether it be a race or a gym or even, massage therapists were there, other people were there, people who sold race equipment were there. We all set up little challenges for people to do, which is also really cool. So even if you're not doing the DECA or the 100 meter, you're still going to get yourself a little bit of a workout. You've got Coach Erica. Where'd she go? There she is. Also doing the workouts. So again, it's a way of bringing everything together. So these people who don't love to sit around, but are stuck inside because it's April and it's raining and it's cold and it's nasty, get to go out, do what they love inside, which is really kind of cool.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And I spoke with the owner of Ultimate Obstacles, one of the co-founders in the last episode. And just from looking at in the background, although he said he was at his Holyoke location, but still, just looking in the background, it looks like there's a lot of cool stuff to play on. So I'm telling you, this event is just a no-brainer.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is with OCR has been around for a long time, and it has morphed into different things. Not only have we changed, but, people have changed. What they want has changed. You're seeing a lot of people doing the DECAs. You're seeing a lot of people looking for that short course. We're also seeing people who are just looking for something a little bit different, and all of those things are out there. One of the things actually that we started doing, was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, is the Ultimate Boot Camp Challenge. Yeah. Is we do run boot camps here at Canonicus on Sundays. And it was the first year, I think it was 2 years. First year it was 8 hours. So you were on the course and off the course. You had no idea what we were going to make you do. There were a couple of people singing birthday songs. This past year, you had to carry an egg through the course and see if you could make it through. So we kind of brought in that fun nature of, hey, I just want to go out and enjoy myself, and brought that and integrated it into, I also want to go out there and I want to really, get a great workout and push myself. So we brought in the right people, being people like Erica, who likes to just kill you. And then we also brought in people with great attitudes, like Katie Callahan, who is also on the OCR Expo board. And she likes to do things like make you carry an egg. So it kind of brought everything together. We brought it down last year to 6 hours. And what's really cool, I think similar to what we're going to see at the Expo, is that we saw people who were experienced, athletic OCR athletes, but then we also saw people who said, wow, that thing looks cool and I have no idea what it is. Sort of like that first year of before BoldrDash was born. And they came out. And again, that whole nature of what OCR is, I'll never forget last year talking to a gentleman who has never been to an obstacle course. He did the Ultimate Boot Camp Challenge, and at the end, his experience was, these people were all so great. Like, I'm out of shape. I've never done anything like this before. I had no idea what to expect. And what I found was people were awesome. They were cheering me on. It was more about how you can talk to and encourage other people instead of, how fast is my time?
Yes.
And then he conveniently took an egg out of his shirt and said that he also found that, but
So I spoke a little bit last episode about OCR being an outlet for some people. Because I remember when I did the one in 2011, I donated a kidney to my sister on May 26th of that year. And, the doctor was telling me like 6 months to a year before I could get back into being my old self again. I remember at one of my follow-up appointments, I was already feeling pretty strong because like they removed it through my abdomen. And so they're like, they're like your abs have to heal and all this other stuff. And I was like, well, there's a race in September. I said, so I don't have 6 months. I was like, we have to get this done now. And I gathered some people from RBF Fitness, and we went through it. And full transparency, now mind you, I went months without training the way I usually train. So those hills at Yagu killed me.
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this again. But then it's like once the wounds, it was like, I can train harder and come back again. And then from there, it just hooked me in, and now like I've done enough of my own personal goals, but with the gyms that I'm in, like I'm in Manic now. And, let's give Manic a quick shout out here. We got Manic Training. We got locations in Wakefield and East Greenwich. We give first week free. ManicTrainingRI.com. All right, and so like I got hooked in, but now I'm getting other people who have never done it before, and then they do it, and then they realize that they're stronger than they thought they were. Like for me, that's one of the biggest rewards of encouraging people to do OCRs, because they think, oh, I can't do monkey bars, I don't want to get dirty, I this, I that. Like all the excuses are there until they cross that first finish line. Very rarely, in my experience, do people just say that they're one and done. Usually they're like, when's the next?
Yeah, and that's one of the things, that's sort of the founding principles of BoldrDash. When BoldrDash was first established, I actually wanted it to be a nonprofit organization, but I got some very good advice. And so we opened the nonprofit in 2015, Find Your Bold, who's also going to be at the expo.
Yes.
And, our sort of tagline is turning obstacles into opportunities. And I think that obstacle courses are exactly that. We take those obstacles and we learn how to go over them, go under them, go around them if that's what it takes, or just cheer someone else on as they try to do the same.
Yep.
And that gives us growth. And that's a pretty big deal.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you said it earlier too about the teamwork component. Now, I'm not going to share the same story I shared on the last episode because I want people to hear the same stories. But I mean, I have probably hundreds of stories of when I was out there for myself, just try to get through as fast as I can. But then you see someone else struggling, and it's like it actually means more, especially to that person. If you stop and help that person, then unless you're going to get on the podium, it's like at the end of the day, like if you're going to get on the podium, do what you got to do. But it's more rewarding to stop and help that person who's struggling or they're doubting themselves, helping them conquer that obstacle. Like they'll never forget that moment.
No, and I think that's people on the course, and also for us as directors, that's a really, really big thing that we can do as well. We mentioned Katie actually earlier. She sent me a picture the other day, and I did not know that we had met at our Rocky Point event in 2017. And the way that we met is the person in front of her, we have an obstacle that you climb up a 10-foot wall, you go through a cargo net that's circular, you get to the other side, and then you slide down a fireman's pole. Very, very cool name, cargo net climb. That's when we had no clue. But anyway, there was someone up there and they were frozen. They could not get down. Now we build everything in levels. So we did have a ladder on the side that was built into the obstacle, but you could tell that this woman really wanted to try.
Yes.
So I climbed up and, just took that moment to kind of give her some support, and which again is what Find Your Bold is all about. That's what we do with Find Your Bold. So, but as a race director, it's really important, I think, for us too, to understand that we can be that sort of calming voice that helps somebody. And so when I was up there, I helped the person down. Then it was a couple of other people that came down. Then I slid down myself. And there's a picture of me from the photographer. And I did not know that there's Katie in the background. So we met way before we ever met. And I think that, that
That's
probably
awesome.
had a little bit to do with her love for OCR as well, as she saw other people helping other people. It wasn't just about how do I get over this myself. And that's the kind of person she is. So
Yeah, so as you know, with my old RBF team, we had our red shirts, and people always called it the sea of red. And I would get so many comments, not on their athletic ability, not on their obstacle ability. They would always say, you have the most supportive bunch.
yeah.
And that's what it's about. I mean, yeah, I definitely had some badasses on that team, but people always complimented our teamwork and just cheering each other on. Right? Doesn't matter if you could get across the monkey bars in 10 seconds or if it took you 10 minutes to get the courage to even try. It's like we're right there encouraging everyone. Like, you don't have to be a top tier athlete or be in the top fitness shape to do these things. Like, one thing I did mention last show, and I'll probably mention in every show, if you ever volunteer at a race, volunteer at the finish line and look at all walks of life that's going to cross that finish line. So if you think you can't do it, if you think you need to lose more weight or you need to gain weight or you need to put on muscle, like, you don't need any of that. All you need is the will to finish. And as Lynn said, if there's something that you physically can't do, then you just don't do it. Do what you can. At least you're off the couch, you're moving, you're challenging yourself, and you're growing as a person. So, like, there's reasons right there alone for you. Pay the $30, come to the expo, sign up for the race, sign up for the Doggy Dash, support Find Your Bold, and most importantly, support yourself.
Yeah, and that you really do see that at the finish line. That was part of how Find Your Bold got on its feet. I was at the finish line, I think it was 2014, and with the photographer was taking pictures and whatnot. So later I was looking at the pictures, and there's a picture of someone coming through the mud at the finish line, but behind her was someone else coming through the mud. And the person was a little blurry, but there was something in her eyes that just made you go, wow, there's something going on there. I had no idea who she was. And about 6 months later, I got a phone call from the Brain Injury Association. And they were like, hey, we want you to come and do this celebrity server thing at some gala that they were having. And I'm like, dude's not a celebrity. You're not going to, I don't know why you're asking me. And she's like, no, you were requested.
Oh.
Okay, I'll come. So I literally put fake mud all over myself and became who I was and showed up. I'm going to serve you food that way because apparently, people like that. Muddy people serving their food. And it was the woman from the picture who had requested, which was really huge. And she her name's Kathy Andriozzi, and she has a foundation called the Tori Lynn Andriozzi Foundation. Her daughter was hit by a drunk driver driving a vehicle when she was young, and they helped, Kathy and the foundation helped us and mentored us through the beginning of Find Your Bold. So yeah, you don't know what someone else is experiencing out there, whether or not they completed an obstacle. Maybe getting there was their obstacle, and that's what they did today.
Absolutely. That's great. So we have to bring this down because I do have a meeting at 1.
Yep.
Steve, if you're still on, drop the expo link again, please, and I can put it on the screen. But Lynn, so while I'm waiting for Steve, just give us some final words, whatever you want to share.
Well, obviously, come out to the expo, see everybody, see what everyone has to give, see that whole OCR and gym experience and family come together. And then when you're done, sign up for BoldrDash in September and Doggy Dash in October.
Love it. All right, Lynn, thank you very much for taking the time. That's Katie back there with you, right? Right. Yeah. Thank her too. And Asa, if you're still on, we got to get you on here too, so we can talk about the Viking race and shout you guys out as well. And thank you for supporting us here. So that's all we have for you today. So we are signing off, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.